Okay guys, so I didn't make a video of this yet, but I made a new setup for my toilet. You see, it fills up more faster. I don't have to fill it up with a bucket or a trash can, because I hate it doing that. So yeah, this is my 1956 standard compact on my new setup. I used to try to set this on the fuel valve, but the hose literally exploded, so I need to put it in there. Yeah, the screw cap came off. Anyways, let's flush it. Yep. Let's flush. Yeah. It's a really nice toilet, by the way. It's a side view. It's a beautiful toilet. This is the oldest and rarest toilet I ever found in my life. So yeah, it's really nice. I found this in someone's backyard. It was sitting in there for like, I'm not sure, like years, I guess. Sadly, the base is broken, so I took it anyways. Also, while I got it, I accidentally dropped a tank lid, but when I accidentally dropped the tank lid, it fell off my trolley. So yeah, but here's another flush. Yeah, that's another flush of it. Also, yeah, if you're wondering, the water will flow all the way over there to the storm drain. And yeah, sometimes it will go in earth, the water will go in the earth and probably go back to the lake or ocean or river. And yeah, here's, I'm gonna do another flush of it. Ow. I'm gonna do another flush of it until it reaches the pipe. So hold on. Yeah, this toilet's really old. It's 70 years old, or 60. Actually, it's 70. Here's a flush. Really nice. Yeah, I also found a lot of vintage toilets. I found like the first vintage toilet I ever found was, I'm gonna guess something like a crane, I guess. It was in my summer school, and yeah, it was in my summer school, and it was in somewhere in the old school part of the school. There's also a new school, but I usually go in the old school part in the school. So yeah, and yeah, here's a flush. Yeah. So yeah, I had like a crane toilet, I guess, and it was quite a weak one. It was quite a weak toilet. Sometimes it has to be flushed 2 times. So yeah, I really liked it. But the other toilets in the other two stalls were crap. I'm gonna guess they were Color High Cliffs. So yeah, but the toilet in the first stall was the crane. I was the vintage crane. The toilet in the second stall was probably a Color High Cliff. Third stall, another Color High Cliff. I forgot the urinals, but I think they were. I'm gonna guess they were American Standard Lindbrooks. So yeah. So yeah. Okay, here's a flush. Yeah. Also, Sally, I don't have a pause feature on this phone. I'm using an iPhone to record this, so yeah. So, yeah. The second vintage toilets I found were a 1970s American Standard Cadet and a 1950s Standard Compton. Those were the second vintage toilets I found. And those were in the Oxford House in Schenectady. And yeah, they were very good performers. The Standard Compton was in the downstairs, and the American Standard, the old Cadet, was in the upstairs. So yeah, I wish I lived in that house, but sadly I can't. Because my dad won't move into the house anymore. So yeah. Okay, here's another flush. Yeah, that's a close-up flush, kinda. I'm gonna guess this is the third vintage toilets. This is the third. Dang it, I can't sure. The third vintage toilets I found were American Standard, 1970s American Standard instant toes, and 1970s. Well, no. Yeah, ow. And that's it. And the fourth vintage toilet I found was the 1983 Briggs Conserver. And the fifth vintage toilets I found were the Elger Auburn, I think it was pronounced. So yeah. Okay, here's another flush. Let's do a side flush. Yeah. And the latest toilet I'm recording right now, I think this is like the 6th, I think, is the 1956 Standard Compact. This is 1956, or next, I'm just gonna guess 1956, I'm not sure. Also, I realized that the tank is from a Cadet, like a 60s Cadet, I think. And yeah, you can see it says 63 on it, March 26, 1963. I'm gonna guess the bowl is from the 1950s. So yeah, that's kind of a mismatch. Also, you can tell it says American Standard on the handle. So yeah, I'm gonna do a flush like this when it's filled up. It's quite tricky. I can do this. Yeah, it's kind of tricky doing this. So we'll probably have to do that. Do this in order to. Okay, here we go. It's quite tricky recording like that, but I managed to do it. Alright, I'm gonna do one more flush and that's it. And so I'm gonna stop the water so it fully fills up. Also, if you didn't notice, I'm gonna post I'm gonna post 2 videos of this toilet. Sometimes when I make when I just record a video, I will post the original video first, and then I'll post the another video of it in my intro, because I don't really like the watermark of the editing software I have. So yeah, but I like doing it. I don't really like editing, but it's quite cool. But I'm gonna turn off the water. So I'm gonna do one last flush of this. And yeah, I'm using an aquarium hose to get order to use this. But yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like it's still on, but it's actually off, because the water in the aquarium hose is like full of water. It's like escaping from there, I guess. So yeah. Here's one last flush of this dip. It's not gonna turn out. I didn't flush down. I think the flush was too weak. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye bye.